So I've had a lot of response to my last video, which is a good thing. I'd like to say thanks to everybody who liked my Facebook page and the customers that are going to actually be coming to see me because of it. I've had a lot of questions on how I get odors out of interiors, whether it be pet odor, cigarette smoke, things like that. So I'm going to give you a couple of the ways that I do it here. There's a couple of ways, but you got to have the right stuff to do it. Some places I know will put something good and smelly in it for a while, but once that's gone, you're still left with the odors. Most odors are caused by bacteria, so you need something to counteract against that. So one way that I like to do it is I like to use a bioenzyme cleaner. Now this car here has some cigarette smoke in it and some pet fur. As you can see, no, it's not on fire inside. I've already given it one treatment of what I do. You can kind of see it's a little hazy in here. What I do is I use an applicator gun, and I basically inject the bioenzyme cleaners into all of the seats, the carpeting, and I know it's a little dark in here, it's dark, but you can kind of see a little bit of, you can see it rolling. I've had this in here for probably about a half an hour. What I do, and I'll show you how I do it, with an applicator gun, kind of shoots like that. Basically, what that's going to do is that's going to kill the bacteria as you let it set. And that's my compressor running in the background, I'm sorry about that. The bacteria that's in this vehicle that's causing it to smell will be killed by the bioenzyme cleaners that I'm using, because they don't just live in the carpet, they live in your leather, they live in the vents, they live in all kinds of different areas. Now if the odor is really bad, what I like to do is I like to fog it like this, and then I like to turn the AC system on and let it pull through the condenser. A lot of stuff in odors are stored in the condenser. So I also like to circulate it through the entire system of your vehicle. Another way that I do it after that's done is you got to have something to get rid of all of that. So I also have my trusty 230 degree shampooer. So that gets pretty hot, and that'll take care of whatever's left over in the carpeting, things like that. So that's just a quick little insight onto how I do get rid of odors. And then after this is set, what I'll do is I'll go over and I'll wipe it all out and use the cleaners that I would always use. But this is the first step in getting rid of the odor. Usually give it a quick vacuum, pull the loose out, and then after that I will use this. Then I will use a shampooer, do the typical clean as we usually would. This also in the headliner is a key area, so that's another area that I'll do with this. It doesn't hurt anything, it doesn't tear your headliner off. It's actually a gun that is run on ball bearings, and that thing spins very quickly, and the pulsating air actually will help beat the bacteria and help this stuff penetrate into the seats. It'll actually beat out a lot of the dirt and the sand and loosen it up, so when I do go over it with the shampooer, it's loose and it's able to get all the dirt and grime out that's been embedded from getting in and out of your vehicle. So I hope that answers a few questions on odor removal, and if you have any questions, just feel free to private message me on Facebook. Another thing I was going to mention, if you have questions about how much it's going to cost to have your car done, it's usually helpful to kind of tell me, do you have pets, do you have kids, what kind of vehicle it is, you know, things like that. The best accurate way I can tell you is to actually bring it to me. I don't want to overquote you, and I don't want to underquote for my benefit up as well. But if you could just kind of tell me your situation, I'm able to give you a much more accurate price. Better yet, you can call me anytime or stop by the shop. Thanks a lot.